officially January 1st, 2026, and right now it is about 5 o'clock in the morning. So I'm gonna try to hit up a few temples today, and I definitely wanted to try to catch one of the first trains out to Sensoji in Asakusa, I think. And that shrine is more for general blessings, but I hope to visit maybe 2 or 3 in the morning. I know it's probably already busy, but I just wanted to kind of try to get there before the really, really big crowds show up, and just kind of, you know, be still and connect with the new year, and just hope that by this time next year, circumstances, life, and situation is completely different. Last year was the year of the snake, and it was supposed to be my year, but shit happens, I guess. So just wanted to start this new year off right, you know, pour into the universe with the right intentions, and hope to receive some blessings this year while also putting in the work and doing the things that I need to do to get there. So I got a few batteries with me, and hopefully can just film. I'll catch y'all when I'm back, hopefully this afternoon or evening, and I'll see y'all later. Peace. But she's from Nicaragua, thought she was Persian love. Are we turning up, or are we wasting time? Girl, don't waste my time, you know I'm party. I don't just wanna chill with you. Oh, no. I wanna turn up on. I wanna turn you on. I wanna lay with you. That's the least I'ma do. Ooh, fuck, I look like I don't wanna chill. I kiss in your eye, I want you to feel. And you feel it, baby, can you feel it, baby? Can you feel it, baby? Can you feel it, baby? Kissing you red, fucking you right, having you there, loving you right. Fuck with a pro, baby, fuck with a pro. Yo, just got back. Last full day. Got a couple pickups. Definitely the last shopping that I'm doing for a while, but going to put these down and then I will let y'all know what's up. Yo, what up? It is the last full day in Tokyo. It is January 2nd, and I think it's gonna rain. It's kind of cold today. Yesterday on January 1st on the new year, it was pretty dead, so I hit up like four of the different temples and shrines because, just trying to attract and receive blessings this year. But normally that's what happens on the first day of the new year. Kind of watch the sunrise, go to the temple, um, make your offerings, do some of the New Year's stuff, and eat. And it's really cool. So I have some footage that I definitely wanted to share. I'll probably be in the video before this, but um, today, tonight, right now it's about 5:33, and my friend from Shanghai, a really close friend that I was close with in Shanghai, he is the general manager at the club Baya in Shibuya. So it's right next to Shibuya Parko. But I'm gonna meet him there tonight, kind of the last night. It's been, man, at least 2 or 3 years since I was last able to connect with him. And we were really close in Shanghai for a bit, especially during COVID. So it's gonna be really nice to kind of reconnect. He's doing some really big things, some really cool things here. So it's been really cool to see him, um, kind of, and keep up with him on social media about what he's been up to. He used to be the resident DJ at this bar slash club slash lounge called Lebaron or Lebaron in Shanghai. And the time that I was there was like a really, really good time. So it definitely changed when COVID hit, but prior to that, and even before I ever got there in like 2017, it was just the spot for, um, you know, fashion people or the in crowd or like the fashion and the trendy people in Shanghai to kind of hang out. Not that I was one of them, but I did have a friend that had her own PR company back in Shanghai, and she was pretty plugged in. So getting a chance to be in that environment really opened my eyes and kind of allowed me to see things. I mean, I remember kind of in 2017 when Virgil opened his Off-White store in Shanghai, he ended up, you know, playing a set at Liburn on a Friday. I mean, on a Thursday night, and I had to work the next day on a Friday. But I think I got home at like 3:30 or 4, and then woke up at like 5:30 and just kind of struggle busted for the rest of the day. But it's just kind of those memories like that, Alexander Wang, DJ Clark Kent, back before COVID when there was just so many people kind of coming in and out of that city and kind of playing and doing their stuff and making their rounds on the international circuit. That was just a really eye-opening time for me and something that I'll always remember and something that still inspires me to this day. So it'll be nice to reconnect with him and just kind of catch up. He's really busy, so I messaged him when I was arriving here, and he's like, yeah, just let me know, I'm really busy. So I think actually meeting him at his workplace at the club is actually going to be more convenient for him, because I don't think it was really possible to kind of hit him up and meet up outside for dinner or anywhere else, because I think that he's just doing some really awesome stuff, so it's keeping him busy. But I think this yapping video might be a little long. It's already been 4 minutes, but whatever. It's my last day here. I'm really sad, to be completely honest. Not really looking forward to going back. Yeah, it's an awesome place here. But got a Lawson Combini run. So like I said, it's about like 5:30 now. I'll probably pack and kind of get things ready for tomorrow when I have to leave. My flight's not until like 5:30 tomorrow evening. But, if I'm going to go out tonight, then I probably think that I'll get home a little bit late. So I won't have too much time in the morning to kind of pack up. So probably do that now so I don't have to worry about stuff afterwards. And probably hit up the public bath, which I was gonna say, I do think that an underrated amenity in Tokyo, if you ever visit, are the hotel's public bath. If you've never done a public bath or an onsen, or maybe you're just visiting or you're just kind of traveling through, it is such a refreshing and cultural and awesome experience. I know it's really unfamiliar for Americans. Like, I grew up playing high school sports in Texas, so
like, yeah, showering is normal, right? But the public baths here are just, a really like a pillar of the culture here. And if you ever are in a hotel that has a public bath, I would definitely encourage you to do that as much as possible during your stay. It is so worth it. It's so relaxing. It is refreshing. By the time you finish and get out, you just feel really clean, awesome, and amazing. So if you're ever in Tokyo or in Japan in general and have access to a ryokan or an onsen or a public bath at your overnight stay or accommodation, I think that is something that really needs to be taken advantage of. That, I guess, from the people that I follow on YouTube and the people that I see visiting and kind of talking about their trip, I'd never really hear them talk about it. And obviously, there are no cameras allowed, but I love it. I went to one in Kyoto, um, along the river, and they had like two warm baths, and then they had one cold bath, which was like from the river water, and then they had a sauna, and it's just like so refreshing and like so cleansing, and it is just a really peaceful place. I think obviously if it's your first time, you might be like, oh, what the fuck, like what the hell, like you might be really um, unfamiliar or maybe outside of your comfort zone, but it's just really cool, and I would really recommend from the bottom of my heart for people to try it out and really take advantage of that experience. If you do have tattoos, though, there might be some restrictions or some limitations, but if your body is ink free, I think it's something that without hesitation I would go to. By yourself, if you're not comfortable going with friends or seeing your friends naked and showering and kind of scrubbing themselves and all that stuff, but at least by yourself, it is such an awesome and rewarding cultural experience that I think people will remember, and I think personally definitely grow a liking to by the time they leave. But really quick, got some ice because I got some drinks from before that I haven't finished that I need to finish before we leave. I got this. Okay, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce it, and I don't even know if you can read it. It's a butter queen amon. I know I butchered that, but nobody watches this. But if you're French and you know, or you're pastry experience or experience in pastries, please do correct me in the comments. I got the Lawson version of the margarine and maple pancakes. So bad for you, but I don't think I'll be traveling for at least 2 months, so I'll just be back eating on a calorie restriction and trying to exercise like 4 or 5 times a week. So I think I'll just kind of lose it. And alright, I got peeled apples from Lawson's. I haven't tried the Lawson's apples yet, so I know that the 7-Eleven ones are really reliable and crunchy. I had some Family Mart ones the other day, and they weren't as crispy as the 7-Eleven, so I'm interested to compare how these are. I got some grapes, Lawson grapes, and this is new that I haven't seen before, but I am definitely was curious to try. I don't speak Japanese, or I can't read the characters, and it looks like cinnamon spiced apples. So it looks like they were like steamed or kind of boiled with, or I don't know how you prepare. I don't cook much, but you know what? I'm just gonna try it because I don't want to wait. I don't know if you can see it. I'm a little sick, but definitely smells like cinnamon. You can see it. Cold, still a little crunchy and crispy. Not too sweet. Definitely a cinnamon apple. For like 230 yen, if you're here during the winter time, I would recommend. Alright. I'm gonna cut the video because I wanted a separate file for my last pickup of the trip. So, see y'all later. Thanks a lot. Peace. All right, yo, here with the last and final pickup video for this winter Japan trip in Tokyo specifically. Didn't really get out too much other than Kamakura, which I hope to post a video about. But Dover Street Market. All right, they had a sale. So New Year's, they were closed on New Year's Day, which is basically the entire country, so that's normal. And then they were advertising or kind of promoting the autumn winter sale on their Instagram. So I definitely wanted to check that out before heading back here. Before kind of packing up and getting ready to meet up my friend Raimu later tonight. But some good sales stuff, I think 40% off. And the coolest thing, and I don't have any videos to prove it, I don't have any pictures, I don't have any of that, but I know there's no reason to take my word for it because I'm a nobody. But in Dover Street Market Ginza, there is a Raf Simons archive kind of pop up. And when I was there, guess who was visiting the store? Raf Simons. Yo, that was super cool. Now, he was just kind of chatting with the staff. I think he was there to kind of check up on how he was doing. I was waiting to try on some pants, and because I was waiting, he was just kind of standing like 2.5 meters away talking to a few staff members about the new year. And apparently he's leaving tomorrow, whatever, but he was there. Some people were kind of whispering and chatting, and some guy even was, trying to take a picture with him. But Ralph Simmons in the flesh at Dover Street Market Ginza on January 2nd. I will check and confirm his Instagram just to prove if he was really there. Okay, I don't even know if he has like an official Instagram. But all right, damn, I don't even know his Instagram, but he was there for sure. So that was super dope. But yeah, all right, anyway, on to the pickup. The last pickup. The guy was super nice. I had to wait because this lady was trying on some CDG stuff, like a lot of stuff, like a lot of pieces. But it took me a while, but I finally tried it on. I am not buying anything for a really long time. There is absolutely no need for me to acquire anything other than food and a gym membership and gas when I return to the Middle East. So shopping is done. There's a lot of things I want to grind and focus on, and I'm going to really challenge myself to do that. So don't really need to buy anything. But here it is. I'm going to open it up. And the first one is the Our Legacy borrowed shirt. All right, so the cool thing about this, at least I think, is that I saw it in London and they didn't have the size that I wanted because they definitely run really big and loose. So I wanted the smallest size, which is a 44. And just this past week, a couple days ago, Our Legacy had a sale link that is going live later in a few days. And this shirt was going to be on sale, but it was also sold out on the website. So this was 40% off. All autumn winter stuff was basically on sale. I saw it. I was like, oh, wait a minute. This wasn't there when I visited like 2 or 3 days ago. And it didn't have the yellow sticker on it. But I had to ask the guy. I was like, yo, is this supposed to be on sale? Because this is like autumn winter, right? So he double checked and definitely. Oh, I'm sorry. It is the Iowa flannel check borrowed shirt. So I like the Our Legacy shirting the most, but here it is. Very happy. I've been eyeing it since I saw it like in August. And when I went to London, I was checking all of the stores and I was like, yo, I really don't want to drop like this much full price for this shirt. I know basically everything kind of falls on discount somewhere, and if I do find it later, then it's meant to be. So really happy. Got this one. Check. All right. I'll do a little fit thing later. And the last one is okay. I already bought like a black pair of selvage denim from Flathead when I first came here in the first week, like 2 weeks ago. But this was on sale. This was kind of what I was eyeing a while back. Now I do have this whole opinion about kind of like fashion denim versus, I guess, legacy brand denim or heritage denim for, for like legacy or heritage denim pairs, especially selvage, and buying those in store. So I can, I know nobody really cares about my opinion, but I could definitely spend a whole video or a small video talking about that. But I was able to find for 40% off, so this was on sale because there was no way I was buying this full price, was the third cut chain twill Our Legacy denim jean in this kind of like ash gray, what is the color? Ash dust colorway. So I was able to try it on last pair, and I knew it was going to be similar to a size I had a chance to fit because I bought a third cut pair from this retailer in the UAE, and it fit, but I had to kind of dig on YouTube to kind of check the sizing and the fit because Our Legacy, apparently with their denim, is notorious for kind of inconsistent sizing or a lot of, fits or cuts that it might be the same cut of jean, but fits really different. So, gray denim that I have no idea when I'd actually wear in the Middle East because it never gets hot enough to wear it. But I would love to take a trip to Copenhagen in March and find a way to wear that denim. That would be the goal. So, last two pickups. Don't need to buy anything. Probably for the rest of the year, to be completely honest. Maybe there's like one pair of Air Max 95s that I'll try to get in the granite pair later. But other than that, there's really nothing that I need to buy. I will definitely make a kind of Tokyo pickup summary or roundup video at some point when I get back so I can post and just kind of build and grind out something online, and I will look forward to doing that. But until then, thanks a lot, everyone. When I finally post this, I hope that I just want to say thank you for even watching this far. It's been a really shitty year, and I have a lot of reflections. Actually, I don't have a lot of reflections. That's basically what my conclusion was when I was thinking about 2025, and I will talk about that in another time, at another time, in another video. But I just want to say thanks for being here. I appreciate your time and your willingness to kind of sit through and watch and hopefully connect. I know I'd love to connect with the rest of the world. It's been really lonely at times in the second half of 2025, and I'm really hoping that 2026 is looking up and that there's a little bit more to look forward to during that time. But enough yapping for me. Thanks a lot, everyone, and I'll see y'all and catch y'all in the next one. Peace.